Okay, metric conversions notes. Let's hope I don't mess up like I did in first period. One can hope. Here we go. Page 27. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is make a little table for your base units. All right, so the metric system base unit for mass is gram, and it's abbreviated lowercase g. The unit for volume is liter, abbreviated uppercase L. The unit for length is meter, abbreviated lowercase m. And the unit for time is second, abbreviated s. Alrighty. Now, let's start working with this. The mnemonic that's going to help you remember the prefixes of the metric system is King Henry. Died by, don't forget that by, that's important. Died by drinking chunky milk. Yep. Yep. You will die. Yep. You're going to die, like immediately. No, it's spoiled milk. In order to make it cheese, you have to treat it with a couple of other ingredients and keep it from getting all. Yeah, you have to encourage the correct mold and bacteria and discourage the incorrect ones in order to make it cheese.
You just say, like, don't do that. Discourage it.
You go up to the milk and be like, I'm going to need you to stop that right now. Yes, you discourage it. You can't do it. Can I move up now? Thank you. All right, so you're going to use King Henry to help you use these conversions. But before I do that, I want to teach you what each one is. So another little table. And this is going to be your prefix right here. And your symbol. And the factor. And an example. And So king stands for what? Metric system. What do you think king stands for?
Kilometer.
Kilo. Good. Very good. So kilo is your first prefix. The symbol is lowercase k. Factor of 1,000. And an example could be kilometer. Now, what is the abbreviation for kilometer? Sorry?
AM.
Yeah. What are you looking at? What are you missing? Okay, good talk. So, what is the abbreviation for kilometer? Well, you take the abbreviation for kilo, which is a K, and the abbreviation for meter, which is an M, and you put them together. KM. Oh. The next one, what do you think Henry stands for? Does anybody know? No? Nobody knows? Some of y'all had this in middle school. Some of y'all obviously didn't. Those lines bother me because they're ugly. So hang on, I gotta fix those lines. Nobody knows what H stands for? My goodness, what are kids coming to these days? Back in my day, never mind. Hecto, abbreviated lowercase h. It's a factor of 100. And an example could be hecto, let's do another one. How about hectogram? Which is Hg. Hectogram. So how much is a hectogram? Have you figured out what factor means yet? How much is a hectogram? 100 grams. Good. How much is a kilometer? 1,000 meters. Do you see how the prefix tells you how many? Yeah? All right, let's do, let's see, King Henry died. Let's do died. Died stands for deca. Good. Abbreviation is lowercase d, lowercase a. The factor is what? Good, 10, like decade. What do you want the example to be? Decasecond? So what's the abbreviation going to be? D-A-S. So how much is a decasecond? Yeah. Yeah. Like decade is 10, decasecond is 10 seconds. All right, now there's base. We're going to write just base here. And what do you think base is going to be? Well, it's going to be these guys. So just plain gram, 1 gram. Just plain liter, 1 liter. Just plain second, 1 second. Okay? So you see how the factor went from 1,000 to 100 to 10, and now 1 is base. All right. Next, we got King Henry died by is base. Drinking is deci, not deca, deci. The abbreviation is lowercase d. What do you think the factor is going to be? Base is 1. Yeah, it's going to be 1/10. So that's 1/10. This is also 1/10. So it's the same thing. So what do you want the example to be? Deci, what? What haven't we used? Sorry? We haven't used deciliter? So tell me what the abbreviation is going to be. D, D, capital L. Look up at your abbreviations. Why do you think they use a capital letter there? I'm sure there's a better reason, but we confuse L's and I's all the time. And so you know for sure that it's an L that way. All right. So King Henry died by drinking. Chunky, what do you think it stands for? Sorry? Very good. Centi. Centi, abbreviated C, which is 100th. What do you want the example to be? Centimeter. Abbreviated CM. And then last, milk. What does it stand for? Milli. Good. Lowercase m, which is 1,000th. What do you want it? How about millisecond? MS. All right. How many seconds is a millisecond? 1/1000th of a second. Good. How many liters is a deciliter? 1/10 of a liter. You see how you're reading this chart? Super simple, right? And what's the key to remembering all of it? Dear old King Henry. So, King Henry died by, don't forget that by, drinking chunky milk. So that makes it easy. And then you just go, you start at 1,000, go down by 10 each time. Don't forget that by, though, because that by is 1. And what does the base stand for? 1 what? You're right. 1 what? How are you going to know you're looking at a base unit? When it's just the plain letter. Just G or just M without another letter in front of it. Yes? Easy? Okay, let's start making this happen. Because now we need to convert some stuff. So example 1. Convert 547.8 millimeters to meters. Oh, wait. I forgot to do the most important thing. So I'm going to erase this. You don't have to because we're going to do it later. But you're going to need more room. You're going to need room to make a stair step with 8 steps. So do I have room here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of course I don't. So I'm going to move to the next page and keep it the same page number. So 8 steps like this. I do. It's the handout that's on that back table. And she will need to watch the lecture that's on Canvas and take the notes that's on Canvas. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Top step is king. It stands for kilo. Henry, hecto, died, deca, bi is base. Put that under here because it doesn't get a prefix. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd my little toolbar thingy go? Oh no. Oh no. I can't do anything. View. That's not it. Where did my toolbar go? I'm so upset. Deca. Bi. Drinking is deci. Chunky is centi. And milk. Oh, I have too many. Is milli. All right. So, when you move this way, every time you take a step, so going this way, every time you take a step, you move the decimal to the right. Going the other way. Oh, I wrote milk instead of milli. That's cute.
I was waiting for this.
Wait, milli has two L's. Here I was doing so well. And going up the staircase like this is dividing by 10. So when you divide by 10, you move the decimal to the left. So this is dividing by 10 each time, and this is multiplying by 10 each time. So another way of saying dividing by 10 is move the decimal to the left. Another way of saying multiply by 10 is move the decimal to the right. Okay, now we're ready to do that example. So example 1. Is convert 547.8 millimeters to meters. Okay, this is where the stair step comes in super handy. So MM, that's when you need to know what your prefixes are. So lowercase m is milli. So it's wanting you to go from milli to meters. How do I know where meters is? How do you know it's base?
Because there's no kilo, centi, or deca.
Good, there's no prefix. When it's just the plain word or just the plain letter, that means go to base. Okay? Now, what do? Do you start at milli or do you start at base? Start at milli, because wherever the number is, that's where you start. So you start at milli and you go up 1, 2, 3 steps. So you're moving to the left. You're going to move that decimal point 3 spots to the left. That's another way of saying what? When you move the decimal point 3 spots to the left, it's another way of saying what? Divide by 10 3 times. Or divide by 1,000. So, that is going to be 0.5478 meters. Yes? Pretty simple? Let's see if you can do the next one on your own. I want you to convert 24.2 km to cm. See if you can do it. All right, so km means that you start at kilo, and you go all the way to chunky, centi. So you're going to multiply by 10 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Another way of saying that is you're going to move the decimal to the right 5 places. So it's a nice long number. It is 2, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Centimeters. Simple? Liar. Metric system is crazy simple. Okay.
Can I give my little hint?
Mhm.
I was taught 35 years ago, if you write your, whatever the number is, the 24.2, where it says kilo, and then start moving, pretty hard to mess up.
Mhm.
If that makes sense to y'all, like 547.8 would have been wrote right above Millie, and then you move to where the new one is. Really hard to mess up if you would do that.
All right. Now the last thing I want to ask you is, what word means 10 liters? What word means 10 liters? Deca what? Decaliter. Good. So on that bottom section, that's what I'm asking you. I'm asking you to give me the words or the symbols that mean certain numbers. All right, you have the period to work. I've got the key up here for you. And if you're at home, the key is on the second page of the worksheet. So good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.